Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And yes, we're still giving away 100 XRP, and if you want to enter into that giveaway, all you have to do is first of all, make sure you press the like button, make sure you comment something down below, and last but not least, make sure you press the subscribe button with the notification bell on. If you've done that, head over to my second channel, 5 Minute Crypto, and subscribe to that one because that's where we're announcing the winners if we hit 1,000 likes within 24 hours. Having said that, my question of today is, will you be attending Swell? It's going to be online, but will you be attending? Let me know in the comment section down below. First of all, it's a theory, a video, something I just found. Ripple XRP. Is it possible for XRP to reach $158 per XRP in 2022 based on Martin Armstrong's forecast? And this really got me thinking for a split second, what is Martin Armstrong's forecast about? And what is all of this? Well, if you start to think about it, it doesn't really matter what his theory is, because I think we are all on the same page that $100, $150, whatever, for XRP is possible, but not that likely to occur anytime soon. In this case here, this person is claiming 2022, and once more, I'm stating it as I think it is. I think it's all possible, but the way it's gonna happen is kind of weird and strange, because all these theories, they kind of fall back to usage, or really, what does it come down to? I'm saying it comes down to usage. So how much will the coin be used? Storage, like how many people will hold this coin just in a storage somewhere, not using it at all, which are two kind of completely opposites. Because I mean, how many people are using it? How many people are like holding but not using it at all? Those two things are really, really important for the price. How much hype is there? So like, how much people know about this and are hearing about this, and what's driving some news and things like that. Together with that comes the progress, which is the fourth, and then the fifth, I guess, is the real use case. So what could it be used for? Not again talking about how many people are using it daily, but I'm talking about what things could it be used for. Are they very important to all of us? Are they day-to-day things and things like that, or are they just miscellaneous trading instruments? Those things will all decide the price. However, quite a lot of them, and quite a lot of things don't really affect the price that much if you start to think about it. A lot of those things are just nice to have for one of them. And the one thing that really matters is how many people are going to be holding it without really doing much with it, or how many people have a long-term vision for this one. And we're not talking about just a couple of people. We're either talking about some big freaking institutions with billions of dollars, or we're talking about tons of millions of people, right? Just millions of people holding it and not doing anything with that. However, then again, kind of comes the variable of, XRP is quite volatile. We might argue, but I'm going to say it's a volatile thing, and that is good, right? Volatile means there's a lot of money to be made. But that would also mean that a lot of people here are taking kind of that risk of being on the low for a little while, which a lot of normal people won't really like to do. So then again, it kind of gets rid of a lot of these, just normal day-to-day people, and more so the investor public, or people who were already willing to invest, and not the people who are just kind of not non-investors. It kind of still appeals to only the top sector of people then. So yeah, how can it do those prices? I don't really know still. Will it be beneficial for XRP to be high? Yes. Are there chances for it to get high? Yes. Do I think $100 is possible? Yes. What will get us there, though? That's the ultimate question. And theories here, theories there, they never really address the real issue of what is going to cause people to buy into it massively without selling it. Because that's the biggest part. ODL, what I think they will do, and again, why I think ODL is so huge, is mostly because it creates the hype around the coin. It creates the use case around the coin, and it creates a kind of a motive to trade it all the time. So that's 3 of the 5 things that it will need to go to some crazy prices. However, what it kind of does not do is let people hold it all the time. because through ODL, there's really no necessity to hold into it, to keep it in your hand. The only thing that it might aid for is people that will speculate. Because, I mean, if this currency is being used so much, and it's a currency still, we could speculate that it will go up higher. But then you might be wondering, why is the US dollar or some other currency out there that's, I guess being speculated upon, going to the moon or some crazy prices? Well, if you can relate it backwards a little bit, a lot of them have done that over the past. The only thing is they're bound to governments and fiat and currencies like that. They are only worth as much as their government is worth. And with XRP, it is not really the way that it's only worth as much as the entity is worth. So that's the Ledger Foundation, the XPLF or Ripple. It's really about everything in aggregate, which is another very important part, which is very good. Because that could mean, even if Ripple were to do bad, XRP could really, really excel. And my point of this is all these things together make it so that XRP is really on a different level than a lot of these currencies are, has more potential to skyrocket, and it could really, at some points, be seen more as a thing like silver, because, well, there's a lot of use cases for it, and, I mean, with silver, I'm going to say most of the people, they don't really know what to do with their silver directly, right? Uh, but there's still a lot of applications for it, and there's still, to a certain way, not that much reason to hold it, because if you're not going to do anything with it, then why would you do it? Why would you hold it, right? And that kind of XRP changes that game, because, well, with silver, the idea is it's scarce. Well, I guess these cryptocurrencies are scarce as well. And the big difference is XRP you can always use still. It's still a currency. The only thing is it's a little bit more volatile, which might be different. But if you have a lot of XRP, you can always just use it to buy things if you want to. You can always switch it over to fiat if you want to purchase something or things like that. There's always possibilities for anything. So from that perspective, it could be that people would just want to have the most liquid asset in the world. They would just rather have some currency that you can switch over to anything rather than having a dollar, for example, that's more open to very strange moves. I mean, if the US government decides to put one statement out, boom, done is your purchasing power, right? Right now, we can see the pandemic. It could really hurt your purchasing power. So, from that perspective, XRP is volatile, but it's volatile. The dollar, you would kind of feel it's stable, but it's actually maybe not as as volatile over every day. But in the end, it could be way more volatile because you trust it so much. And normal volatility for the US dollar might be, for example, let's say 5%, and all of a sudden, this could go to like 40% or so, which is an astronomical change, really changing everyday lives for almost anybody. And those things are something you should take care of, or I guess keep in the back of your head. I don't know if my talk here made any sense. I hope it did, because it's been on my mind for a little while, but I've never had the chance to really cover it a little bit. I just think about it every time I see these higher prices. I'm like, putting a forecast on when exactly it's going to happen is dumb, because I don't think it will work ever. And a lot of those models, they always say, it could happen at this point. But if you've ever had anything to do with an economical study, or, maybe you've had statistics or anything like that ever in your life, or maybe I should do probability theory. I don't really know what type of study, maybe a finance course or an economics course, you would know that any graph that graphs such a prediction, any line that you can draw, even if you take stock to flow model for Bitcoin, for example, you will always see that the line may be like this, of what you predict, and the real graph is most likely going to look like this, right? And why so? Because, well, you can kind of draw the average of what it's going to get to. For example, through regression, you can kind of, get an estimate of what the best line would be, what would fit best. However, there could be still, errors for what you predict and what the real value is going to be. And most of the time, that means that even though you predict February 2022, it could be that in February 2022, we're going to be at $1. However, it could be that 2 months later, we're going to be at $150. And then another month later, it could be at $13. Things like that do occur. And thus saying, a month even, February, that just does not work in my opinion. You can say, though, that your prediction line or your predicted line is going to be there at that point, which again means the forecast is for that month, yada, yada, yada. However, will it still get there at that point? No. Could we 3 months later be even higher than that price? Yes. Or 3 months prior. It could be. Hopefully you guys get that. All right. Then XRP Mister just posted another tweet over a video that talks about Ripple Swell, because supposedly there's some news that came out and things like that. What I have to say about Swell is the speakers this year. I guess more announcement of that is going to be coming, but it's already kind of interesting. However, we are kind of wondering whether or not it's going to be more special. Because if you've watched the regionals for Swell, they were kind of underwhelming because a lot of it was left only for the customers at Ripple, so we couldn't see it. Right now, I see World Economic Forum, which is a pretty big, I guess, a partner or keynote speaker or anything like that to have there. It's pretty damn huge. And Mahesh, he's a, I'm not gonna pronounce that. Chandiani, Dani. Yeah, he's had some crazy talks with some of the world's leaders before as well. We talked about it a little bit earlier today, and they're both really important in their own, I guess, respected little world. But the World Economic Forum, we know the connections there. The World Bank Group, I don't know the connections there, but still I can understand them. But what are they going to bring to all of us? I'm assuming a lot about regulation. I'm thinking that's going to be quite an obvious one. But I'm also wondering if it's going to be talking about integration and the CBDC part of all of things. You know what? And more about ODL instead of just about how it fits in a modern world and ecological things and things like that. I'm wondering if they're going to excel and give us something great or just something quite good. And with that comes insiders and guys who predict to know or claim to know things. I'm wondering where a lot of these Bearable guys have gone to. All right, I noticed now there's like 5 to 10 accounts of Bearable Guy 123 and alike that all have about 10 to 20,000 followers. I kind of noticed. And I'm wondering, look at this, I even like this. What the frick? I'm even wondering if this is still alive right now. If people are still talking about these things and if people are still, going on and around with this type of stuff day to day. Because, I mean, it used to be very popular, but I'm hearing so little about it now. And do you guys still believe that they are insiders, or do you just think it's for fun? Because in my opinion, if you think it's for fun, you're on a good road. All right, because they can be fun. If you think it's real insiders, I don't know. I'm not really following that opinion, and I'm going to have to ask you to reconsider your opinion. No, just kidding, guys. But I don't know. I don't see it. And then also, this has been a crazy month. October 1st, BitMEX founders get indicted. October 2nd, I think you already see it trending right now, right? Flotus and a couple of things like that. Oh. It's been pretty damn crazy. This month has some crazy things to come, guys. It's pretty damn crazy. Also, I saw one of the guys actually state that it's CKJ who's doing all this type of stuff. And some said it was I am Sam. What's his name? Sam I am doing a couple of those other things to just promote themselves more. What do you think about those things? I personally don't know though, so I'm not quoting on or commenting. Just seeing what I heard. Then I didn't want to put this so up in a video like this because maybe YouTube does not like that. But yeah, the secretary, Steve Mnuchin.
Welcome back. Breaking news. We have been following.
Oh my days, that's so freaking loud. Steve Mnuchin. I always pronounce that wrong. Since I have said it so many times in videos, and you guys have corrected me so many times, I now don't know the correct one and the wrong one anymore. Because I keep saying the different one, and I'm like, they said it was wrong. Mnuchin. Yeah, he's tested negative, and somebody commented something really, really fun under the tweet in which it was in. But I guess, yeah, also negative interest rates, something like that. It was pretty fun. And then about Vechain, and by the way, if you're hearing some crazy noise, it's the laptop again making its way downtown. Vechain Foundation says their Vechain Thor blockchain is ideal for creating NFTs, a market valued at $300 million by the end of 2020. Again, I'm pretty excited to see what that is going to be bringing. Vechain is on a very, very big roll, and they are looking pretty damn juicy, guys, if you ask me. Vechain is doing extremely, extremely well. And also, with Vechain, one of the cool parts is that they're not really bragging in their partnerships. They're just literally explaining what they've been up to, what they're doing, and things like that. Where it's like, it's so humble, yet so groundbreaking and so important. And by the way, what the frick is this? Sponsored links to buy into companies? What the frick is this? You can invest in companies like that? That's an interesting sponsor. I even have an ad block, so how can that pull through? They just hard coded it in, huh? Interesting. Interesting. A lot of promotions on this website. I don't like it too much. However, the point still remains the same. Vechain is on a very clear path. They're doing extremely well, and I'm really excited for what the future for Vechain has to bring for us. Guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, by the way. Make sure you check that out. See you guys again in another crypto video.